committing a crime when they are not. Telling friends and families fibs, that means lies about employers and other, such as sports clubs, that the person is committing, domestic abuse. False allegations of crime, such as abusing the children. All of these things also go down. They tie into the whole spectrum of domestic abuse. Number 10, we've got stalking. Yeah, that's the one I think we should be very clear on and be aware of. Stalkers will often use multiple and different methods to harass their victims. Stalking can consist of any type of behavior, such as following you to and from work, maybe even to and from the shops when you go shopping, checking your email and phone calls, regularly sending unsolicited gifts, making unwanted or malicious communication just to stir up something, damaging your property or clothes, and physical or even sexual assault are some example of stalking, in that they may result from stalking itself. Number 11, we've got examples of digital and social media abuse. This often happens with former partners. So they're stalking you, placing false and malicious information about you on you or your other social media. It could even be intimate pictures that you probably had consent to do at the time you were together, and then it's called revenge porn. That would come under this digital and social media abuse. Being trolled, having no control on the on your content, or not allowed to have access to your computer, for example, or whatever it is you are doing. Revenge porn, like I mentioned earlier, monitoring or controlling your email and phone calls, including work emails and calls. Number 12, we've got coercive and controlling behavior. These are the examples. Such behaviors might include isolating a person from their friends and family, depriving them of their basic needs, monitoring their time, monitoring a person via online communication tools or using spyware, taking control over aspects of their everyday life, such as where they can go, who they can see, what they can wear, and when they can sleep. This is absolutely horrendous. Depriving them of access to support services, whether it's family support or even government support, such as specialist support or even medical services. Repeatedly putting them down, such as telling them they are worthless, enforcing rules and activities which humiliate, degrade, or dehumanize the victim. There's a whole lot I can keep talking about that will resonate with some of my listeners today. I'm sorry, but we need to bring this up and help you understand what's going on and what's happening and how you might be able to deal with them. You've got threats to a child, threats to hurt or kill somebody, financial abuse, including control of finances, such as only allowing the person a punitive allowance. Punitive is something extreme. Criminal damage to their property, preventing them from having access to transport to and from work or to any other places. We will discuss in details the concept of gaslighting. How to know if you are a victim of gaslighting and the effects of gaslighting. But this will be when we return. Until then, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
While lying in my bed at night, my mind is far away, and I'm fighting the same war again, the same as yesterday, where the bullets rain and dying men cry out as they let go, and there is no one here that you can trust among these pieces you don't know. There are worse things than dying, me, I know this to be true. And there are days so filled with anger and I know I take it out on you. And I'm sure you find it hard to recognize the man within when he's been eaten up by sadness, never letting anybody in. So you wake to find the darkness, feel like your heart is caving in. And though she tries to tell you it's okay, she can't imagine where you've been. And as she holds your body closer, stops your trembling inside, you know that she's your only shelter, your only place that you can hide. But I'm tired of this damn war, don't wanna fight it anymore. How come it's one I've never heard of? Why's no one mentioned it before? I know I'm not the only one, but God knows I face it on my own. This conflict and fight, I fear that I may never win. This fallen soldier beaten by his war within.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you for staying tuned. I said earlier that we would be discussing the concept of gaslighting. As we mentioned in one of the examples, I thought that topic should be treated separately so you understand what this is about and how it works. We said we would discuss the concept of gaslighting, how to know if you're a victim of gaslighting and the effects of gaslighting. Oh well, let's dive right in. The term gaslighting is derived from the 1938 stage play called Gaslight. The play describes a story of deceit and psychological manipulation where a man convinces his wife that she has gone insane in an attempt to keep his criminal activities a secret. Since then, the term gaslighting has been used both colloquially and by psychiatric professionals to describe the manipulation tactics in real-life relationships. You may be wondering, what is gaslighting? Well, according to Dr. Robin Stern, the Associate Director of Partnerships for the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence and author of The Gaslight Effect, the term gaslighting is used to describe a relationship in which one of the parties, the gaslighter, exerts power via manipulation over the second party, the gaslightee. Now, on paper, it's easy for people to say that they've never been susceptible to the seemingly obvious methodologies of gaslighting, but in reality, gaslighting is often done so subtly, slowly, and methodically that the damage is often already done before the target figures out they've been victimized. Now, how to know if you are the victim of gaslighting? Gaslighters frequently use 11 manipulation techniques to achieve making you think you are the one that's crazy so they can continue onward abusing you. Now, number one, they have lies of all shapes and colors. For most people, little white lies are an everyday occurrence. Your partner asks you if their makeup or tie looks good and you nod your head, and despite thinking it's not so attractive. Now, you do this to spare the person's feelings, not to harm them. In gaslighting, these small lies are malicious in intent and done to make the perpetrator, not others, feel better. So the gaslighter intentionally lies, and they do so boldly and brashly. They can lie with a straight face as they tell you something they know well and good you don't believe. These lies are designed to set a precedent. Once they have told the lies, they know you are not sure if anything they say is true. This is designed to throw you off the kilter, make you wonder why, and slowly chip away at your guard and judgment. Number two, everyone else is a liar. Anyone that disagrees with a gaslighter's philosophy is an automatic liar. From that point on, those people's thoughts have no validity or truth. What can be rationalized is explained away by the people simply being jealous or wanting to tear the two of you apart. This is to isolate you from the competing ideas of others and those in a position to help you. When you've abandoned competing relationships, the gaslighter is now free to disrespect and abuse you uninterruptedly. Now, number 3, they deny. You'll find that gaslighters are equally audacious in their denials, as they are the liars. They'll say or do something and then turn around and flat out deny it ever occurred. They'll make promises and then vehemently deny they ever even had the discussion with you. Even in the presence of proof, they'll find a fallacy to fall back on or a way to discredit the evidence. Number 4, their actions and words are incongruent. When your partner is a gaslighter, their words and actions will never be congruent. This leads you to constantly question their behaviors and motives. It's a maze that you will never reach the end of, however you try. The more you try, the deeper you are pulled into that maze and the more lost you get. And they'll keep trying with professions of love and absolutely perplexing, considering the actions they take that hurt you so much. Passive-aggressive behavior is also common. It's the beautiful apple filled with poison. Passive-aggressive behavior. Number 5, they orchestrate attacks on what defines you. Number 6, their energy leeches. Through potent, subtle, and routine application, gaslighting sucks all your energy away. Is the lie here, the degrading reminder, the chip to your confidence today, and the crack in your perception tomorrow, that all adds up to you becoming too tired to fight the leech, literally sucking the life out of you. They are the anti-villain. Gaslighters aren't going to be the evil villain 24/7. Part of them plan to keep you guessing everything is to also throw you a bone of kindness every so often. They'll sprinkle random acts of love, kindness, and devotion so that the partners lose their balance from times of meanness, humiliation, and cruelty. You may get praised for wonderful meal only to minutes later be degraded because the laundry wasn't folded properly or in a precise specification. Now, because humans have a natural craving for stability, the end game is for the unpredictability to cause you to begin to question your ability to ever be fully right. Now, they thrive in your confusion. For a gaslighter, that's number 8, for a gaslighter, confusion is a shotgun bullet. They'll shoot it at you to leave your sense of placement and purpose riddled with holes. You are vulnerable, weak, exposed, and emotionally bleeding. Then the very person that shot you is the only one there to plug your holes. Bam, then you are shot again. And he or she is there again for you. It's an endless cycle. Number 9, they are experts at projection. It's your fault, not their fault. You are the one doing the evil deeds, not them. When your anger, discontent, or questions arise, they always have some outlandish excuse, like you are the one cheating, you are the one doing drugs, or you are the one that's being crazy. Number 10, you keep quiet and think it's your own idea. Just as the gaslighter has painted himself as the anti-villain, he or she is working to paint you as a true villain. It's all about illusions and misdirection. They surround themselves with luxuries of friends, accepting of what they do, and use their opinions to prop up the stories, condemn you as the bad person, and cement your deteriorating sense of self. Number 11, they publicly destroy your character. As you are keeping quiet in the confusion and turmoil, your gaslighter is working to destroy your credibility publicly. Your image will be tarnished. You will be presented as someone incapable of making sound decisions. Your partner will come out smelling fresh as a daisy. Should you ever expose their gaslighting, no one will believe you, and you'll be faced with yet again only one source of comfort in your isolation, your gaslighter. The effects of gaslighting. Gaslighting can have adverse effects on one's mental health, no doubt. It can, and we should be aware of that. And also your self-confidence. The victim can end up constantly doubting themselves, becoming more insecure, and might even experience isolation from their loved ones. All this is worth thinking about, right? Anyway, at the end of the day, perhaps maybe you should stretch, get a pen and paper, get a drink,